Hi, I hope you're doing great, having a wonderful day, surrounded by friends and those who love you. Give them all a hug and let them know that you are a supporter, that you want the best for them and hope that they want the best for you. Well, all I can say to the royal family is stop the presses and forget about Meghan and Harry for now. Your real problem lies with Prince Andrew, the disgraced royal who was involved in a pedophile scam and even paid out for a lawsuit that was brought by one of the victims. Then he tried to say he was scammed and she wasn't really a victim. Well, King Charles III and Prince William weren't buying it and basically banned Prince Andrew. They said, we don't want you around. We don't want you around our kids. After all, William has 3 kids, Harry has 2 kids, and no one wants a bunch of pedophiles around the kids. Those kids can be easily corrupted with money, and we know these pedophile rings have lots of money. So you don't want your kids around pedophiles, and you try to pick them out, get them away from the kids, so the kids have a better chance of escaping that type of corruption. I believe that Andrew is the one that really crashed the Queen's health. During her last year of life, Andrew was always scooting in there to see the Queen by himself. He needed money. He needed money to pay off this girl who said she was a victim of this pedophile ring, and he needed money for his lavish lifestyle. He lives on royal land in one of the houses, and he gets everything paid by the people of England. So he's living a cushy lifestyle, and he even bought Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell around the Queen. There are pictures of them looking very comfortable in the backyard, just hanging out together. So Andrew had infiltrated the royal family with this pedophile ring, and it was said by part of the media that Andrew's girlfriends were even involved with soliciting young girls to become part of the pedophile ring. And I guess the girlfriends of Andrew were being paid handsomely for recruiting. After all, they would be recruiting not only lower level girls, but also girls that were elite in the country. So Andrew was certainly a sore spot. Well, Andrew is very disgusted. He was very disgusted when he was not able to have full military honors as he walked behind the Queen's casket. And this has been mulling for a long time. He wanted to get back into the royalty, but he doesn't see a way in. He is totally out. And now, I don't know if he's still the Duke of York, but I think he is still called the Duke of York. But you don't hear anybody in the country asking for him to have his Duke title taken away. No, people are very happy with this pedophile in the country having this royal title. Very strange. Well, now Andrew wants to go someplace where he has access to money, because since he's been cut off by the king and the future king, he knows that he is not going to be getting that money, and he wants to have a lavish lifestyle, and he finds he might be able to get it in Saudi Arabia. So he is headed for the Middle East because he finds he will have a very lavish lifestyle if he lives in the safe haven in Bahrain, according to media reports. Andrew believes he will be treated like a king there and live in a high-level palace. He is close friends with Arab state royals, and they have deep pockets that can help him finance a whole new lavish lifestyle. So he's ready to sell out the whole monarchy in England for cash. This is the person you need to be worried about. But more important, he will be safe in Bahrain since they have no extradition treaty with either the United States or the UK. So if he goes into Bahrain, causes problems, reveals royal secrets, gives them ammunition to blackmail the monarchy, and so forth, they cannot force him out of Bahrain. He can stay there and live off the Saudi royal oil money. Andrew's 62 and was banished by King Charles to the Bahamas. Well, that's strange because the Bahamas is reportedly heavily infiltrated with Chinese, and some say that the Bahamas are controlled by China. Also, reports are that the Bahamas has a huge sex trade. So for King Charles to banish Prince Andrew to the Bahamas was pretty strange, and certainly would be a sexual haven for Prince Andrew. But Prince Andrew did not want to go to the Bahamas because he reportedly was terrified that he would be exposed on criminal charges if Ghislaine Maxwell, who's serving a 20-year prison sentence, confesses all she knows about the sex freak financier Epstein and his rich and powerful friends. So it is alleged that Prince Andrew is going to defy King Charles III's mandate that he should head to the Caribbean, and it was reported by the media that he secretly flew to Bahrain in November on a Swiss billionaire's private jet and stayed in a $10,000 a night hotel with all expenses paid by Bahrain royals. If all of this is true, Andrew is in a huge mess with the royals and Britain by colluding with the Saudis, who are accused of violence, extreme interrogation techniques. After all, that's the nation that dismembered Khashoggi when he came into the Saudi office in order to get a passport for his girlfriend. And they also use a lot of torture. He could very easily become a hostage and blackmail Britain just by having him present in the country. Prince Andrew is a very dangerous person, angry, hostile, a loose cannon who knows all the secrets. He knows about the ins and outs of the palace. He knows about all of the different houses. He knows about money. He knows about crimes. He could easily destroy the monarchy, much more easily than Harry and Meghan. Compared to Prince Andrew, Harry and Meghan are nothing to be worried about. And this can be much more than a humiliating scandal Prince Andrew could cause. Problems with finances, problems with the safety and security of the royal family, and undoubtedly could destroy the monarchy in the end. This is a new story, and we'll have to see what Andrew decides to do and follow who he is palling around with. Let's face it, it looks like Britain and the royals are going to need all of the friends and support they can get. And that may include forgiving and reinstating Harry and Meghan into the royal family. After all, Charles is old. Anne is old. They need young royal supporters in the monarchy in good standing. So Meghan and Harry may have to be forgiven fully and brought back into palace. Please like and subscribe.